Hey everyone, it's Jessie. How are you all doing? I hope you are well. So I just thought I'd come on and give you a little bit of an update on what I've been up to. I'll let you know it hasn't been too much. I've been so busy preparing for things for our trip to South Carolina, which will be very soon. Let's start off with the knit project. I didn't get anywhere with that. I've been so busy and I've been so nervous to actually start the project. I'm like, do I start it before my trip or should I wait until I come back? I'm not sure. I thought about starting it before going and bringing the project with me, but I'm a little bit nervous that I'm going to make a mistake. I'll get distracted, make a mistake, and I won't be able to fix it. However, I don't know. Maybe I will still give it a try. So just in case you haven't seen this yet, I just wanted to share my little test swatch for the knitting project. And first of all, the knit project I am wanting to work on is a shawl. And it's a pattern over on Expression Fiber Arts. It's a pattern by Shandy over there. And it is called the Gradient Shawl. I'll try to link that down below for you. But here's a little swatch. It's hard to tell because it's all white. If you look close, there is a little bit of a design in here. This was just a test, a little bit of a practice. I'm really pleased with how it was turning out. I think it turned out well. I didn't make any mistakes in the little swatch, so I hope I don't make any in the actual project. I just have to remember it's not the end of the world if I do. It's not the end of the world. So I have that test swatch, and you might not have seen the yarn I'm going to use. If you haven't, I'm going to show that to you now. It is Expression Fiber Arts yarn that I bought a few years back. I'm going to use these three colors together. They're all tweed colors, and I just love them. All the yarn is 42% fine merino wool, 43% superwash merino wool, 15% Dango. And it's 384 yards or 351 meters. And this color is called Fisherman. The gray is called Light Reading. And this honey mustard type color is called Fox. I don't know if they still have these colors on their website or not, because again, I ordered this a couple years back at least. But I love the colors. I find they'll look really nice together. It's going to make a really beautiful shawl when I get the courage. Oh, the other thing I have to do is I have to wind all these into balls. I do not have anything, I don't have any kind of hand winder or any kind of special equipment to do that. So what I normally end up doing is, well, first let's back up. A few years back, Shandy had a YouTube video. She still has that out there. I'll link it below. A YouTube video on how to hand wind your yarn into a ball. So I had watched that. So what I do is I grab a toilet paper roll and I slit one of the ends. It's kind of hard to explain, so I'll have that linked below, but you can take a look at that. That's how I do it. And I don't have, I forget what it's called. Is it a Swift or something where you unhank these and put the yarn on? If you remember what it's called, let me know in the comments. I don't have anything like that. So what I've done is I'll unwind the yarn, lay it around either a chair or my yarn project bag or my knees, and then I'll take the toilet paper roll and carefully unwind the yarn and wind it into a ball onto the toilet paper roll. And I mean, I don't mind doing it. I love doing it. It's just, it takes some time, so I haven't done it yet. Eventually, I do want to get the, I think it's called a Swift, like that you put the yarn on, and then the hand winder. Eventually, I do want to get those, but for now, I'm going to hand wind them all, if that's what you'd call it. As far as a crochet project goes, the last few weeks I had not started anything because I didn't know what I wanted to crochet next. And then I was kind of picking up the cats, what we call the cats room. Well, this room is a craft and cats room. Anyway, we have the cats' toys all over the place, and originally, let me just show you this quick. I had made this basket. It's a scrap yarn basket, which I do love. So originally, I made this for the cat toys. And I realized in a hurry that this just wasn't working very well because the sides are very flimsy. I'm dropping things. As I was saying, so the sides are very flimsy and the bag was just so big and too tall for the cats and their toys. So I decided what I want to do, and I'm trying to work on it now. I'm hoping it'll be complete before we go on our trip. It might not be though. I wanted to make just a small scrap basket, something smaller, and try and make it a little more sturdier, and something with the sides not so tall, so that way I can put the cat toys in there and the cats can still reach in and kind of scoop out their toys because they love to do that. So I started working on a basket today, actually. I started it today. I went through a bunch of scrap yarn, and I'm telling you, I have so much scrap yarn everywhere that needs to be gone through. But in order to use the yarn, I had to untangle the whole thing. I wanted to use 5 strands of yarn, which I am using, but the 5 colors I wanted, I had to untangle it from all this other yarn mess. Not fun, but well worth it. So this is what I have so far. It's kind of hard to tell the colors on the camera here because the colors look different. So it's like that color there is like a burgundy. So I've got burgundy, light pink, light blues, and a light green in there. Just leftover yarn from other previous projects. And I used, like I said, 5 strands, and I'm using an 8mm hook because I want it to be tight and I want it to be firm. It's not easy crocheting with 5 strands. I actually do not like working with more than 1 strand. It drives me crazy, but for the baskets, it really works well. While working this, the yarns keep getting tangled up. It's sometimes just a big headache and a disaster, but I'm not letting it stop me. Hopefully I'll get it done soon, but I still have a lot more to do before the trip. And I don't want to make it as wide as this basket. I want to make it much smaller. Actually, I'm thinking about how I have it now might be good because I just don't want it too wide. So there's a pattern I started off with for the base of this, and I can link that below. But I think I'm going to do my own thing. Now, for this basket, I followed that pattern, and it's a very nice pattern. I really like the handles and everything, but I think for the one I'm making now, I'm trying to figure out how I can maybe I can like keep crocheting it, so that way I can fold it inside and make the sides like doubled up. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to do that. I'm going to try, but if not, that's okay. If the sides aren't as firm as I'd like, it's got to be a lot firmer than this one. This one, I think I used 4 strands of yarn, and now I'm using 5, so hopefully it'll help a little bit more. Something I'm really struggling with right now is trying to figure out, because I know I want a crochet project to work on my trip to South Carolina. I need something to work on. You know, maybe when I'm not driving, to be able to work on it in the car, or if I have a little downtime at the hotels. I want to be able to work on something. You guys know what it's like when you don't have a project in your hand. Oh, yeah, so I want to have something. So if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. I know there are a couple projects for a very special friend that I will be working on. I actually started one that I don't want to really share on camera right now, but I have a couple things I want to make for her, but they're a little bit more detailed. I don't know if that's the right word, but will take a little bit more to figure out. So I'm going to wait until I come back from my trip to really finish those and work on those. But I'd like something really simple to work on the trip. So I'm thinking of course, my go-to is always either a scarf or infinity scarf or a shawl. Something that's easy to bring along. A blanket I think would be way too big. I'm thinking of probably a shawl. Something really pretty. Like maybe a triangular shawl, or with maybe some different stitches. Nothing too complicated, but I do like having more than one stitch. It just helps me from getting bored. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I would definitely love to check that out, or if there's anything you're working on that you love or projects you've seen that you'd love to try, let me know. Maybe I'll give it a shot. So that's all I have today. I'm hoping when I get back from my trip at one point I'll have a lot more to share with you and show. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.